now if you want.
Let me get another doggy.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just going to be me then. It's just going to be me. What, do you get another dog? Oh, a dogfish head? Head of the dogfish? Nice. He's getting another one. Starting it off. I've had about a half of one in me. I'm feeling pretty good. Just played some golf. It's a little late at night. I'm a little tired. Nikki's watching Cecil Hotel. Nick, is it the Cecil Hotel episode Netflix show? The Netflix show? Yeah, it's lit. Yeah, that's what she's watching on Netflix. Shout out Stalky, letting us use your Netflix. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Jake, to a bonus content episode that you can only get on YouTube. I just kind of thought of that on the spot.
Yeah, nice.
I don't want to take away, or I don't want to add another episode to the chronological, to the. What am I trying to say?
I'm not. I can't help you with this one because I don't know where you're going.
To my canon, to the canon of Chicken Stick Show episodes.
You want it to just be an offshoot of.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're missing a key ingredient to
Right.
the chicken stick right
So
now.
we don't want to add. I don't want to add another episode to the canon of episodes without
We're just freewheeling it right now.
main host Jose. Yeah, and we just played golf, so I just said, "Hey, we got equipment." I texted Jeff to see if he wanted to call in. I didn't get an answer in response, so I just figured, let's just put it on YouTube and we'll not make it an official episode. This is what we do now. This is like how we hang out, is with mics.
Yeah. Well, you got to monetize friendship in
Right.
2022.
That's the way. If you're not doing that, then what are you doing?
Yeah. You
Why are you? Everybody should be having on a podcast.
You can't have a private conversation anymore. We didn't talk.
Right.
We played golf today. We didn't talk for 1 second because we didn't want to waste any goodness conversation.
Yeah, it was totally silent. We had great rounds.
Yep.
Tell everybody about your round.
Oh, it was not a great round.
We played 9. You're right. It was terrible. We played terribly.
That was fine.
We played 9 holes at this shit course.
Yeah, I blame the course.
I blame the course as well.
do.
And we're not. I mean, we could tell which course it is. I'd actually because we're just gonna say it's a shit course. We're not gonna tell them who it is.
Yeah.
We'll tell Jeff.
It was a little.
It was in the city. It was in Cheltenham. That's all you're gonna get.
Yep. You do the math.
You do the math. Yeah, it was like and probably shot high 40s, low 50s.
Yeah, I probably shot good, well into the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Your putts are looking good. I mean, new putter alert. New putter alert.
New putter was pretty sick.
The Wilson staff. Look at this guy.
Yeah, it's got a nice medium.
Or who is this guy? Am I looking at Snake or am I looking at somebody else?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just seems like there's a pattern of clubs being.
Oh, yeah.
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 No?
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to go there.
Oh, we can go there.
I think Snake's got a crush on a guy. On another dude.
I just like the clubs that this guy has had, and I'm copying them entirely.
Right. That's it.
The bull
Just
Garrett,
the irons and the putter.
I mean, great dude.
Great dude. Hey, we played golf with we shouted him out that one episode. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a crush on a dude.
He's a good-looking guy. So if you did have a crush on him,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Nobody would be surprised.
Right. So I mean, you could just tell us right now if you want. If you have a little crush on him.
No.
No. Okay. It's not. It's not the clubs
I
that
would.
the clubs weren't affected by any sort of passionate influence.
No, there's no
Passion.
intimacy.
Yes.
But
Good.
I did have.
Good on. They play well. They're good clubs. You're used to them. You tried them out.
I copied his clubs entirely to the T. I got his entire iron set, but that was really because I really just wanted the pitch and wedge that he had because I lost mine.
Right.
Before
And
I
you just might as well get the whole set.
Before I played around with them
Yeah.
and used his pitch and wedge and
Lights out.
hold one in from like 20 feet.
I haven't done that in like 10 years.
Chipped one in
Yeah,
for birdie
From
from like 20 feet out.
never done that. I've never done that.
And came like really close, like rimmed out like 2 other times from like far.
Yeah, isn't
It
that
was
something?
insane.
It's
And
like what you were saying.
And we were playing with random 2 other guys.
They thought you were really good.
Dude, they were like,
Whoa, this guy.
Yeah, and they knew about the whole
He played in high
pitch and
school.
wedge situation. We kind of were discussing it, and he was like, they were like, you got to get that.
Just get that one.
And then I looked
The
on
thing
eBay,
the thing is,
got the whole set.
you remember this thing you told me about that I didn't know about before? Is about like you can get any type of guitar with the name and the body and the with pickups. You can get like what is it? Name a guitar.
Gibson
Specific,
Les Paul.
Les Paul. When it comes to like those types of guitars, you don't really buy it before playing with it.
What do you mean?
Like I think you told me one time that you can get a Gibson Les Paul and it would just like, you could be playing somebody else's Gibson Les Paul and you'd be like, this doesn't feel like my Gibson Les Paul. This one I got, this Les Paul I got because it felt really good and it fits me perfectly.
Yeah, they're all different.
Right.
Very different.
So that could also be the same case with golf clubs. Like his putter, however it is, maybe there's some magic spell on it. Like they enchant them differently. Right.
Right.
And his club was like, you were feeling that enchantment. You were harnessing that power.
Maybe we should trade.
Trade
my
your putter. Yeah, because he don't need that one, right? He stinks with it.
I don't know if
He probably stinks with it.
I mean, he might
you're
be
better off with
mine.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I was lights out.
Yeah, you should be, but you should take that from him. So I would just do a switcheroo next time you play with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how is he gonna know?
He's never gonna know. Unless he listens to the YouTube content, bonus content. Subscribe, subscribe.
He's be watching me.
Yeah.
Watching me like a hawk.
Yeah. We won't tell him. I'll release this later. Just kidding. I'll release it probably tomorrow.
But
no, you know what? The putter understand.
Chewing ice into the mic. That's a good move. That's a good thing for the listener.
Putter, I totally get that move because.
Yeah, no, I just like the way that it was. The shaft goes into the center.
Yeah,
that's
and you
pause.
Yeah, you say pause. You didn't want to say any further.
Hey, I don't want to talk about
the shaft going into the head. It's a nice shape.
It is. It
is a very phallic tool, isn't it?
I don't know. It's kind of curved and everything. It's weird. It's not that.
Yeah, but you grip the shaft.
Baseball bat's more phallic.
Baseball bat's a little bit more phallic. And so are hockey sticks, not so much.
Putter, the way you grip is the most.
It's very touch sensitive.
Phallic centric, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the golf clubs are very phallic tools. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, putter, I understand. I've kind of just grown into my putter. I feel like at this point, I've used it for so long. It's like a part of me.
Yeah.
Then again, I should probably get a new putter. I mean, if it is as phallic as it is, I feel like I would want the best one,
Or you'd want the one that's been with you all this time.
Right? Yeah, but that one...
You'd want the best one.
Yeah. That's probably what it comes down to. You just have to look at your own.
You don't want a cheap dick.
Right. You don't want to use a hand-me-down.
Oh, yeah, you got to go brand new.
I have a hand-me-down from my dad.
Ooh. That's
weird.
Kid, never touch that thing again.
Yeah, but it's got a new grip on it.
So, yeah, he sterilized it.
Sterilized it, yeah.
Repurposed.
But the head, though, it's still... And the shaft is all original. Jesus.
Yeah, he's taking some to the house with that.
Jesus.
That shaft.
I don't know if it was his, to be honest with you. It could be like his. It was somebody else's. That's all I know. That's even worse.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that I was using.
At least if it was my dad's, the
ones that the putters that I was using.
Oh my God,
those
ancient.
are from,
they seen
garage sales.
Like World War II era.
We don't know who.
Dude, you had some World War II era clubs.
I have ones that are just wooden.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
They have to be like.
I gotta bring one of those out. Check that out.
Yeah, Mick has them, and he wants to use them. He's like, yeah, they're wooden. I'm like, dude, I mean, it's cool, but
it's from 1912. So
yeah, they're not that good anymore. It is cool. It is. I mean, he should bring it out, try it out. But
when did they stop using wood? Because mine can't be that old. I mean, when did they stop using it?
They probably stopped making them who knows, 80s.
But what was
90s?
Jack Nicklaus using? Wood?
No.
No?
I think he had metal.
That's pretty...
I'm pretty sure he had metal. And I think the wooden ones go back like, what do they call it? Pre-World War II era?
They can't be. Like,
Well, look it up.
the ones that I got.
Whose were they?
Can't be from pre-World War II.
All right, 50s,
Can't imagine.
60s. Okay, so I'll go to 60s. I'll go to the 60s, like maybe Arnold Palmer.
Looking it up. This is just...
Why did they think to go? Why did they think to go? You know what I bet happened? The wood clubs were the first clubs of golf.
Okay.
They were like, you know, that's how they made the clubs. And then they came up with the irons, they're way more like precision and like, I mean, if you look at a wood, it looks like a club. Mm-hmm. That looks most like a dick.
Yeah. Sure.
But I guess that's irrelevant.
It looks like a thing like an Irishman would beat somebody to death with.
Yeah.
It's like a shillelagh.
Like a savage weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some
Rebels.
psycho on a walk
Bloody.
getting accosted by some redcoats
Bloody him
by
up.
the shore, and he just bloodies them up.
Yeah. Sick. And then he starts
nice-
going, and he just continues to play golf.
Yeah, and then just starts hitting a shot. Yeah, you had to bludgeon like 6 Brits as you played golf in Ireland before 18 holes is
Right.
up. You're
You had to fight him.
you're bashing in the brains of a few
That's-
redcoats, which is how it was supposed to be.
Yeah. And that's how it was.
But yeah, so the wooden heads predominated until the late 1980s.
We're predominant.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So I was way off. Yeah. Good call. Good call. It's a shame. I thought they were way older. They were like antiques.
Yeah, I mean,
they have to be pretty
Could be
antique.
from the
They're probably like from
70s.
the
60s, maybe.
maybe.
I mean, the one bag that I have is total 60s colors.
It's got the holes for each
Yeah.
club. Yeah.
That was the bag.
That's
yeah.
that weird
I used
fringe,
that bag
the
for
Fringe
a while.
Master Flex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that
fringe-
was like a gimmicky.
This club, there's no other
90s
club I've ever
thing.
seen in my life. You think it was from the 90s?
I don't know. I mean,
It was
it wasn't that old.
It was a total gimmick club. Actually, I've seen one other one. It's called the Teardrop.
Okay.
The putter head. Like if you look at it from long ways, like from the toe to the heel, like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
not left to right. Like,
Yeah. Straight at it.
It's shaped like a tear drop, like a water drop, and there's a little like an emblem of like a water drop, and it says on there teardrop.
What's it for?
Putting.
Just a putter?
Yeah, it's a putter, yeah, and it makes a ding sound.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I want that one.
Yeah, and
That's a gimmick I can get on
I think my
board with.
brother has held on to that putter ever since he found it. Yeah. Shout out Yanni. He's probably got that putter. But yeah, that other putter, the other club you had, the Fringe Master Flex, I've never seen anything else like that.
Yeah, it was just for when you're right on the edge.
I guess it has to because it's
gets
shaped like a
It's
putter.
a putter, but you just get a little lift.
It looks like the Happy Gilmore putter with.
I gotta bring it out.
Yeah, dude, it's a good club. It's a fun club.
It's a good specialty club.
Yeah, it's like for when you're on the fringe. They're probably illegal. That's probably like why they don't.
I mean, yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, they're probably illegal.
I'm sure somebody would have a use for it.
Yeah, like if you're literally on the fringe and you like need to, you know.
Because when you see guys, they'll hit like, these guys, they can only have, on the tour, they can only have a certain amount of.
Right, that's
clubs out.
it's a waste of
Like,
club.
What the fuck were you
It's a waste of club.
It's the stupidest thing in the world. It's not a good club. It's a bad club.
Yeah, there's plenty of.
We're like, dude, why aren't they using
Yeah,
this?
why
Well, it
don't-
must be like too overpowered for them. they must have outlawed
Or
it.
it was a yeah.
Guys were just holing everything with the putter chipper mix.
It was a try and it failed. That's why there was only 5 made, and Jake has one of them. It's actually it's probably a relic.
Yeah, that one's probably has not been mass produced.
Right. It's a custom club. Wow. Maybe it was a knight who previously had it.
A knight.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. I always said this.
What's that? What's a good point?
Knights
I don't even know.
in England.
Shout out Knights in England.
Shout out Knights in England. We're big.
Yeah, dude.
We support the Knights of England.
Yeah.
We always have. But I always thought it's so stupid that people get knighted. They're just regular people. Like, that should be their Medal of Honor in war.
You think?
Absolutely. That's so much cooler. Like,
yeah,
the way we get Medal of Honors.
Right.
It's like,
those are, wow.
It's like, oh, that guy's a knight.
Right. Who was like the first?
It's like now it's just like, oh, fucking Paul McCartney's a knight.
Yeah, who was like the first jabroni to get knighted?
Real good music. It's like, that's cool. I mean, he deserves a lot of congratulations. But
yeah, so when did it stop being soldiers?
Yeah,
it's lame.
Was there a guy playing the harp back then, and they were like, let's knight this guy. This guy's sick. He's so sick at this. That we gotta knight him. To knight this dude. He needs to be a sir ASAP.
You know what it probably was? I have a theory.
What?
So there's this movie called, what's the movie called? Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah.
Remember when they're about to get sieged by the Muslims?
It's been a while. I gotta watch that again.
Dude, it's so crazy. That is
It's a really cool movie.
That is the best. If you're watching for a Crusader movie,
yeah,
that is the ultimate one.
How many are there?
That's the only one I can think of.
So if you're watching for it, you should.
Yeah, you should know what I'm talking about.
For that one.
Yeah, but they're about to get attacked by the Muslims, and Orlando Bloom's.
Yeah, he knights.
Yeah, he's like, and the guy's like, "You think that you can just knight him and it'll make him a better soldier?" And he's like, "Yes."
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. So I think that could be like when, like, oh, we could just start knighting anybody now,
and now they'll be better at fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty sick move, though. That's a good morale boost. I'm a knight now.
Yeah. Holy shit!
Then you just get ripped apart by a fucking arrow.
It was like, I thought I was supposed to live longer.
At all, but yeah, it's a nice morale.
You have to be ready to die if you're gonna be a badass on the
Crusades is crazy. That's a good, like, there's some good shots in that of like the magnitude of the Crusades, like where you just see like
the claustrophobia,
hundreds of thousands of people like marching,
right, and siege towers
with their flags and all that stuff. It's
all the banners.
How dumb did these people? Like, I mean, you really think about, like, I just always think when I look back in history of how, you know, I mean, I don't want to like
say it,
shit.
Just say it.
But like, they're so ignorant and they're so dumb and they can't read, and they just go to.
This is what I'm meant to do.
They just travel. They walk to Jerusalem now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go walk to Jerusalem because they said that we got to go take it or defend it. Whatever.
That's where Jesus died in Holy Land. Should be ours, not theirs.
You're just like, they just, because you romanticize it in your mind of like, oh no, everybody was like super, you know, coherent and chill. Like, they knew what they were doing and they were like, you know, yeah, this is how we're going to do it. It's like, no, they're just like farmers. Like, probably like 15-year-old kid that's just like. They would
get like a scroll once a month to like give them training exercises to like prepare for battle.
Think about the dumbest people now. And they're so much smarter. Like, the dumbest person now that you see in like a Walmart or something, you're just like,
you think so? Smarter? The dumbest person that you can go see in a Walmart?
Well, on your average person that's just recruited to be a foot soldier.
And smarter how? Like tech savvy?
Can read? Like,
dude, there's probably some motherfuckers out there that can't read. They haven't read Walmart.
Yeah. Okay, not the dumbest person, but I mean, like, it's.
In relation to the smartest people of today to the dumbest person today, I would say that the commoner back then would be a little bit more bright.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
There's not much else you need to learn other than farming then like maybe getting knighted.
They would probably.
And then being lords of land.
They might be more resourceful. Fine.
Yeah.
Like, they might be able.
That might be a little bit.
They have at least like something that they're.
That might yield a bit of a higher IQ.
I mean, it's not a bad point. I mean, there are people that, like, nowadays, I guess you can have somebody that's super ignorant and super dumb and also able to survive without having anything, without having any skill.
Right.
Whereas, like, at least
playing video games.
At least this dude could, like, smack a.
He knows how to swing an axe.
Yeah.
You know, he knows how to. Yeah. He knows how to build a house, maybe.
Yeah.
Or you know. farm
Yeah.
hay.
Because he has to. I mean, like,
He
there's
has
no
to.
surviving if you just
Right.
gonna be
You're
somebody
dead.
that sits looking at your phone. You know,
Right.
like
He knows
what's the equivalent to that in the medieval times? Like, do you just sit
It's like
there,
what I'm doing right now. It's kind of like just like
They're like looking at a piece of hay and like,
yeah.
looks cool today.
Right. I don't even know what hay. You can eat hay apparently. Horses eat hay.
Horses.
Yeah, I like that blows my mind that a horse can eat hay. I thought it was like grass to me. Hay is like grass to me, but I guess cows can eat grass, right? And goats.
You never knew that horses ate hay.
No, I do. I did know that. I just didn't. I can't
Never
believe
registered.
that. I can't believe that.
What blows my mind
Okay, here we go.
is that a horse is like this. This is a great example of how far genetics plays into everything. Yeah. Like, you know, when people are trying to like, oh, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to get big and like all this
Buff
stuff.
daddy.
You know? I want to be jacked as hell.
Right.
And it's
Sick.
like,
Good for you.
and then you see,
Go get swole, son.
but like when you see
But when you see
a horse, it's like that horse was just going to be that horse. It's not eating like 10,000 calories of chicken breast.
right,
It's eating hay.
it's like
Or like the kangaroos. You ever seen a fucking like 200-pound kangaroo?
It's like this dog here.
It's like ripped with muscle.
Cody.
It's just that's the genetic code. It
Yeah,
just,
he don't train Cody. Cody is just he could see
yeah.
like the serious muscle in his legs.
Right. Cody's a pit bull.
It's a pit bull here. He's at their house.
He's such a good
And
boy.
he's around here somewhere. I don't know where he is.
He's like
Could be anywhere.
he's a very, very good boy. Great at playing.
But he would destroy me in a second. If he just went nuts.
No, I mean, come on, you can't.
If he went
You
nuts.
would beat a dog. You could beat any dog.
I mean,
Any single dog.
he would have to take my left hand, take my left arm, and then I would have leave my right arm open, and then I can wail. That's the only thing I could do.
Bro,
Why is this such an anti-dog?
I'm not trying
vibe?
to be I'm saying that you would be able to beat up any dog.
Well, I don't want to.
Do
I don't
want
to beat up.
I don't want to either. I would never.
No, I'm not saying
wanna be
that
in that
you
position.
would. I'm not saying you would.
But like, come on. If it's a 1v1, you are the dog. Are you not winning every fight?
Dude, they're vicious. They have a whole other level to them.
And humans don't have a whole nother level.
I'm
to
not
them?
out here I don't get into that bloodthirsty vibe like a dog does.
Yeah, but,
or can.
But you're fighting for survival.
Okay,
and
fine,
you
maybe I
have
would.
A human brain. I don't even know how many times smarter than you would be. Like, how many
Right.
times smarter are we than dogs?
a lot.
What's an
a lot.
under over on that? We're 4,000 times smart. I don't
Oh,
know.
I was going higher because I thought it was.
Maybe.
I thought
I
you were
don't
going to
know.
tell me how
I
figures.
have no idea what the number would be.
But you think okay? Well, thanks. I appreciate you. Give me that.
We're creative.
booster.
We can create in the moment. We can decide what we're gonna do.
Oh, see, look at you, you're a
It's like-
philosophical human.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you're right.
because like people will be like, you know, this dog, like, oh, an Italian Mastiff, dude, that thing would kill anybody, you know. And it's just like, I agree, the thing would be a fucking rough fight, but it would be like, at a certain point, it wouldn't.
What a wolf could
You're
kill you.
No, not one.
A pack of wolves.
Yes, a pack of anything could kill you.
So a one-on-one with a serious wolf, like from Alaska,
Yeah,
you can whoop its ass.
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, I don't know. I couldn't. I mean, if I was in Alaska, cold as balls, I would probably lose.
I mean, if
I'd
you're
probably
already
run.
on death's door,
I'd probably run, and then the thing would like get me from the back, and then just like turn me over, and then go for my neck. And I'd be like, ah, like that.
yeah, if you're in a very compromised state, for sure.
Yeah.
If you're freezing and then this thing just comes up on you, and
But if we're in the pits, you think
if it's just like, okay, you're shaking, you know, you're getting into the fucking, it's like Ultimate Fighter
Ultimate-
for some reason. I don't know.
the dog's got an entrance theme.
Call back to the Deer Hunter. Let's just say
Yeah.
that's instead of Russian roulette, it's fight a wolf.
I got a weird thing for you. I was thinking about this last night. We're watching the show, The Sandman. And the Sandman goes to hell.
Gotcha.
And he's walking in this place that's supposed to be like this version of hell. There's like a graveyard of crosses and through a smoky area. And then he comes up to this like very narrow bridge. And like this there, and there's this other bigger bridge where the dead souls that are in hell is like the mortar of the pillars that are holding the bridge up. So they're all like in the.
This is like exactly Stranger Things.
Yeah, so this is probably where I thought of this while watching Stranger Things, and it's like, who's coming up with the design of it? Like
In hell.
Like, oh, you know what we should do is I want to make this as scary as possible. I want to have a black castle with like really pointy towers, and the pillars have to be souls. I want these crosses here. They have to cross through this smoky area.
Smoky bridge.
Yeah. And like somebody has to be thinking of like the design of it. It doesn't just like come up. Like when in Stranger Things, this is what I was thinking about in Stranger Things. Like when the kids are having dreams of like Vecna's. Did you see season 3? Well, spoiler alert for everybody.
Enough of it.
Vecna is like putting these kids through dreams, and like there's a clock over here, and like is Vecna thinking like I'm gonna put the clock right there, so when they turn the corner and they see it, they're gonna be super freaked out, or is it just happen? I don't think it just happens. No, I think he has to think about the devil thinks the design of like the castle and like the gate. I want the gate to look like this. You know, it's got to be so scary that whenever they come here, they're gonna be so freaked out.
I can't believe they didn't touch on this in South Park, like because the devil's gay. In South Park.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Like, an interior designer.
Yeah.
Just like so stoked on just like hitting people with the scariest cool shit ever.
Oh, and then there's
like,
gonna be dark awesome. Red light here, glacering down, and then that's where my demons are gonna greet them. He's gonna have a whole like script for them to read off of. This is what you gotta say. You have to say, "Welcome to hell."
Oh man, you gotta watch this show. I don't want to like just harp on just like telling you a recommendation, but you gotta watch the show Smiling Friends, because this is actually like
Smiling and Friends.
Smiling Friends.
Smiling
It's like
Friends.
an Adult Swim show, super trippy, so fucking funny. And this is like
cool.
Literally a hell episode where there's a guy that's it's the last episode of the one season that there is. It's like the guy is like a demon, and he's like, but hell like kind of sucks. It's like it's not as like what it used to be, and he's like trying to do the script. Basically, he's like, well, he like literally says that. I think like, welcome to it.
Oh, so it's been done. That's cool.
And the dude like is just like, what is this? And then he's like,
that's great.
Like, look, hell's not what it used to be. All right, he's like,
right.
He's like touring him through hell.
They do like renovations to make it like more scary and shit. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Like the devil's like depressed. That's why. Like it sucks because the devil's like just like gaming and like
or like
Uber Eats,
like fucking Sauron from Lord of the Rings, like his tower.
Right.
He certainly
They had to run that. They had to run the architecture. They had to run the blueprint by him.
I want the crystal ball to be in this room, and the pillars got to be really sharp edges and rocky looking, scary on types.
Yeah, and he's such a scary individual.
And I want to wear
giving you those commands.
This creepy white gown with my creepy white hair and beard.
You know how many failed attempts at his gown there was?
Right.
Somebody brings it up. Here it is, sire, and it's like he just makes their head explode.
Get this out of my sight. Or is like he thinks his staff is so much cooler than Gandalf's. His is like way more modern, and like he actually put thought into it. Gandalf's just like, I just need a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gandalf's cool. He'll just like wear what he's got.
Oh, dude, Gandalf is the man.
And he just gets a stick.
Gets a little bit. Then he kind of
so the white kind of
he
like,
goes, and then he like becomes somebody that cares about aesthetics.
Right.
That was his journey for some reason. His journey was to. I would love to
changed his hair.
He like got
cleaned
hot.
up, got hot with his. He still had Shadowfax though, so that's cool. Is that his name Shadowfax? The Lord of all horses.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Sauron's super into his
he's
his feng shui.
Yeah.
The Black Gate, like I want the Black Gate to be so black. And then I want trolls to be the ones to open it up.
It's like he's writing the blueprint for this and like showing where the trolls go.
Yes.
And they're like, I don't know if this is possible, sire. Well, you make it possible.
Make it possible. This is what the Lord wants. He wants it to look as scary as possible.
Yeah, they can't just. This sucks. This is blowing everything out of like villains in anything. Is just being so dumb now.
Yeah, scary.
Because they can't just be people that don't care.
Right. They have to. But what you're seeing, I guess, is just like the art director's vision of scary. But at the same time, if anybody's going to go through anything that scary, they're going to see a design to it somebody had to come up with.
Yeah, that's almost kind of a cool idea for a villain of the future. It may have been done.
We have no idea.
But the villains being like just so ramshackle with everything they do, but like everything being like tough and fortified, like their castle or whatever is like super crazy, but it just like doesn't have any look to it. It's not designed. It's just
structural.
Just because they don't
efficiency.
Because
that's like a battleship.
Orcs would not care. Saruman's a wizard, but if you're like just trying to take over, you know what? Saruman's almost like a Hitler. He is interested.
Hitler was super interested
in the
aesthetic,
the beautification of this.
He was
thing,
Yeah, Sauron was that too. Yeah, he wanted the Uruk-hai to not wear regular clothes.
Yeah, get off.
Just keep them looking scary as possible. Paint white paint on them with your hands.
That was Hitler. He just wanted, he like a Gestapo. He wanted like skull and crossbones on the hats and everything.
Right. So scary. Yeah. He was a super villain as fuck.
And that wasn't that long ago.
Dude, yeah. We defeated him, though.
Yeah, dude, that's so sick.
He lost. He could have won.
The Russians stopped him, man.
Russians did stop him. And then
that's crazy. That must have been a nuts time. Did you watch that movie Downfall?
I don't think so.
Oh.
World War II movie?
Well, it's about Hitler in the bunker while the whole thing's coming down.
Oh, is it Hitler? Is there an actor?
It's a German movie.
Is there Hitler there?
Yeah.
So there's somebody's playing Hitler.
Yeah, dude, the dude's
and how recent is this?
Fucking nuts, dude.
How recent?
I don't know. 2011.
It's a German-made film. So this is like Germany's version of telling the story.
Yeah. As like the Russians are closing in on Berlin while Hitler's in his little secret bunker.
Did they like make him look like
that the
brave?
Fucking war's over?
Did they make him look like brave going down, or was he like a big pussy when he did it?
No, they just made him look kind of crazy, which is what he was. He wasn't
fair.
He was just like, brave in the sense that he's completely delusional.
They didn't try to like glorify him.
No.
Okay,
God.
good.
Can you imagine if Germany?
Dude, could you imagine?
Germany tried to make it like
hero. They like want to forget that completely.
I wouldn't blame them to want to forget that completely. It's the worst thing that's probably ever happened on Earth, and
and it's just some random ass country.
Source of it.
Just some random ass country.
Yeah, dude, they gotta fucking knuckle down and stop starting world wars.
Yeah, seriously.
If a German ever lectured America, like if a German was ever talking
on how to avoid a world war,
you guys gotta be like, you guys gotta be more tolerant.
Well, they could be like, well, listen to us. We know how to start world wars. You should listen to us.
Yeah.
Unless we're already going down that route and they're trying to talk us out. Like, dude, we were doing the same thing.
Bro.
We understand what you're going through.
It's the same.
Don't do it.
Yeah. But the movie is crazy because you see really, it's really well done. But yeah, it's just like these, German officers are coming in and being like, it's over. It's there's no way we're just
bombs.
And it's just like, yeah.
Nice.
And like, that's what but Hitler keeps kind of saying like,
it was a race to kill him.
Steiner's forces.
It would be so shitty.
They'll stop them. They'll stop the Russians.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then
he thought that we.
It's like, send more.
It's like, we don't have anybody.
Yeah. It's like,
they're all captured and dead.
There's like a really famous scene in that they use for memes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I have seen that. Yes.
It's a really funny meme template of like
that's
him
great
freaking the fuck out on his officers. Like, cause like a guy like ends up saying like, Steiner's forces pulled back yesterday, like, whatever. And like he takes off his glasses, like shaking and like freaks out on them. And
dude, that
but people will like
put
put subtitles over that.
Oh, it was like making shit up.
It'll just be like the one was Michael Anthony isn't gonna tour with Van Halen anymore. It's like it's like Hitler like
the Eagles like not going for it on fourth down or something.
Yeah, and it's Hitler like smashing the table like Chip Kelly is a fucking buffoon.
that was classic. But I don't do that no more though.
That movie fucking rules though. But yeah, oh my god, if Germany made a little Hitler praise piece. They got to be real. They have like laws against people talking about like the Holocaust, like saying it was like not as many people, or like it was like people like whatever Holocaust deniers quote whatever.
You can't be a Holocaust denier in Germany. I don't even know what that
means. Like what is that even? Like who denies?
Dude, I know. I met one. I told you about him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What was he saying? Was he saying that
he was saying like, I mean, like
less numbers?
Yeah, like in the thousands.
In the thousands.
Yeah.
So he's just like, nah, the numbers aren't.
I mean, he's like, it was like, it happened.
The numbers are punched up.
He's like, it happened, but I don't think it was that many. I think it was like, I don't know, like 16,000.
16,000.
I think he got that because what's the actual number? Like 6
million.
Yeah. So he said like, I think it's maybe, 16. I don't know. But yeah.
That'd be funny.
He also was flat Earth.
Yeah, well, that goes, that stands.
He's like, yeah, I think we're in a globe.
Well, what's that?
Or like a snow globe.
A snow globe.
It's like a snow globe sphere.
I love the one flat Earth concept about if you go, I think this is like canon for flat Earth. I could be wrong. Could be offending our flat Earth listeners. But
I hope we are.
I heard that when you ask like, what happens when you go to the other side of the disc if you're flying in a plane? And the idea is that you like reappear on the other side like Pac-Man. And that's when I was like, I'm in.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm on this.
Pac-Man.
This shit rules.
They're going with Pac-Man on that?
Yeah.
You'll just get turned around.
It's teleportation. Because that's an easier way to physically explain the universe. I mean, whatever. But I
bananas.
I like the idea of like a Holocaust denier that's like,
you can't prove that the
Earth is real. I like it being like a guy that is he's not arguing the number that hard. He's like, it's actually 5 million. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 1 million people. So, it means something. But
right.
It was 5 million.
Right. You couldn't even say that.
It was still bad. It was
equally as horrific and brutal.
It was 1 million people less bad.
Yeah, you would get thrown in jail for that probably?
Yeah, I mean, well, in Germany, apparently, there's like laws against saying anything about it.
Wow.
Because
so they
want to, like you said, like you said, they want to forget that shit entirely.
Does that include like us just talking like without, mics in our faces? Like I've heard just talking to you like in a house. Yeah. In my own house, like, hey, maybe it was 5 million. Maybe it was 5 million.
Yeah, like if like some cop heard you say that, like,
yeah, if he was my friend, he's like, dude, don't say that because I'm a cop and I could seriously arrest you right now for saying that.
I need to take you in.
I need to take you in because that is some harshness.
I just said it was 5 million. I don't.
No, say it was 6.
Say 6 million right now.
I can't imagine like people would be that like. That's like I can understand like tweeting about it. Fine,
you get
tweeting about
chopped
it
up for that, yeah.
Or like podcasting about it or writing songs about it.
Yeah, it is writing songs. It was only about 250,000. But yeah, I mean honestly, and as fucked up as it is, it's like. I think it's stupid for anything to be censored, genuinely. Like, I truly believe that it's like, fucking, that's a rough one to have somebody saying, but at the end of the day, it's like anybody should be able to say literally anything just because of the fact that, like, you could look at anything back in history and say that was a really unpopular idea back in the day. Mm-hmm. And then it became a popular idea, and now we all say, oh, that's a good idea.
By the time it was a bad idea.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ,
it's
was
like,
a bad idea to everybody who was around.
Yeah, Jesus. How about something like the dude who, he hated.
Hey, Spice.
He lobbied against lead in everything. Like they put lead in everything.
Right.
And there was one dude that was saying,
yeah.
he was saying, this is not going to be good. It's going to cause cancer, whatever.
Lead poisoning.
And
Death.
And everybody said no. And they had tons of corporation lawyers and everything and tons of misinformation saying, no, it's a good, lead's fine. It's perfectly safe. This guy's going to end, like people are going to get laid off.
Industry's going down
because of this guy.
We need lead and everything.
Saying fake things. This is fake news coming from this guy.
Oh.
And it's like, we all sit here. That would have been something where people would have said, should we really let this guy say that lead's poisonous to us when he's going to damage our society? Is free speech applied to him? Bless you.
Sorry, Spice. No, facts, bro.
So at that time, you sit there and say, oh, yeah, let's stop him from talking. But then 2 decades later, you're saying that guy was literally a hero.
What? Well, he wasn't. He would have been.
What do you mean?
Well, he would have been.
Because of free speech, he ended up making a fucking fuss of it.
Oh, did he?
For forever. Yeah, he got it.
Oh, he did. He was the one.
And that's why we
don't
have lead in fucking everything. So he's like a literal hero. But if there was something against free speech back in those times, it might have been used against him. It might have locked him up or got him, whatever, quote unquote, canceled. And he would just bless you. I guess the point is that
shout out that
it could be, you just don't know what's going to be the good idea of 20 years from now. So you shouldn't censor any of the ideas, even if some of the ideas are batshit crazy and going to fucking make you really uncomfortable.
Because everybody just knows that's a bad idea for the most part.
Yeah.
And the more ideas that are out there, the less likely people will fall for the shitty ones.
Right. Exactly. Because it doesn't go underground.
Right.
People know how to skip across. It gives people that are truly meaning harm in the world to be able to like skip across the things that you can't say, and then say things that you kind of can say, and then stay afloat while actually spewing misinformation in the process. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I don't even know what that word means anymore. What's the difference between misinformation and disinformation?
I don't know. What do you...
There's got to be a difference.
Why?
Mis and dis.
Dis? I think they're kind of the same.
Misinformation could be like what they're saying is true, but they're making it sound bad. While disinformation is just straight up wrong.
Or trying to be wrong.
Okay, so maybe that one. Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
Disinformation is planting a seed that's actually wrong. Yeah. And misinformation is something that you believe to be right but is wrong. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think they're both just kind of the same thing.
Let us know in the comments what you think or what the difference is. That would be really appreciative. And we'll give you a gift if you do. You'll have to DM us your information so that we can mail it to you. It'll most likely be Chicken Stick Show stickers.
And a used vape pen.
And a used vape pen that's probably dead that Jake is using not right now. That was actually me. Just kidding. It was Jake. Or Snake. Sorry, am I allowed to say your name? Are we allowed to say your name yet?
I mean, yeah, my first name.
Okay. So I won't tell the other story about the misspelling of your jersey. Because that would give it away.
Yeah.
That's fine. Funny story, though. Funny story about that.
Oh, you guys are missing out.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be funny to anybody.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that funny. It was funny at the time. Now it's just kind of like... My dad would still think it's funny. Shout out my dad. He listens to all these episodes.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows.
He'll be playing that story in his head right now.
Yeah.
Having a nice chuckle at it.
He was the first one to see it, too. And we saw his reaction when we saw it. It was just like him laughing hysterically.
That was really good.
Yeah. Spice, you like the catnip balls? Yeah,
Nick's talking to a cat right now.
Spice.
His cat, Spice, Calico.
pretty kitty.
She's really going hard on.
We'll post a picture of what she looks like on the Instagram. Bye.
Zinged out of her mind right
Yeah,
now.
there's a catnip.
I wonder what
Crazy.
their mindset is on the catnip. I wonder if they're just like really out of it.
Yeah, what like is she like just like more? That sounds weird.
Huh? It's probably accurate.
Gross. We got to take them away from her now. Nick, are you still watching Cecil Hotel? Nikki, are you still watching Cecil Hotel? How is it?
Oh, we got an update on Cecil Hotel.
Yeah, tell us in the comments what you think about what happened in the Cecil Hotel.
Anything else you're watching? Is this like murder porn kind of scenario?
No.
What is it?
It's a weird story. It's pretty sad, actually.
Very sad story.
Yeah. It seems creepy. Like, whoa, was this like a weird, creepy, like supernatural murder type of thing?
Supernatural.
Yeah, on some levels. Yeah. It was like, oh my God, these people are supernatural.
Right.
And they like, but then it was like, oh, but there's this guy that lives at the apartment and he is a real creepo. And this guy was creepy. Right.
So it's like, oh, is this like supernatural? Oh no, it's just what happens all the time.
Right. It was just,
It's just the thing that always happens.
yeah, this guy was like, he was just, and he, he's like this real dark, he's like, this is what we're talking about, like dark and scary. He makes things real dark and scary.
Oh.
And he talks in his like this voice changer voice like this.
What do you mean? What do you?
Like he's like on YouTube like that. Like this is one of the guys that lives at the hotel.
Uh-huh.
So this is the whole thing about the show is that like it's internet people trying to solve. It was like on the internet people trying to solve it from all the clues that they're getting and then like doing their own research on the hotel and like trying to solve what happened to this person.
Right.
And so like they discover somebody who lives at the hotel like full time, this real creepy guy. I can't remember his name. And he like has this real dark hair and he wears a mask. Real long dark hair. He wears a mask and it's like darkness behind him. And he talks like this or whatever. Like
Is it Buckethead?
No, it was kind of had Bucket vibes though. No helmet though. No helm of
It's
any
always
sort.
shredding.
Just no. I don't even know if he played music.
Serial killers do a lot of music.
Right, but I don't know if he was doing music.
I bet he had a keyboard.
All right, maybe.
He has like,
He might have. He probably was.
I guarantee he made some beats.
And so everybody was pointing the finger at him, right? It's like, there was definitely this guy. Look at him. He says he talks about these things.
Right.
And then he comes out with a video.
Oh, man.
And he's like, hello. Or something like that. And he's like, I did not do it.
Guys, it wasn't me. I swear to God.
Exactly like that.
Guys, literally, I mean, I know I do like some creepy shit on here and like I totally fit the bill for what's happening, but it's not me. I'm fucking dead serious. I would own up to it. I mean, Jesus Christ, do not fucking say this is me anymore. Please, guys.
That's exactly right.
I can't go to jail. I have guinea pigs.
Yeah.
I literally cannot go to jail. I'm just a regular guy.
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh, maybe it really wasn't him. Or whereas everyone's like, people are also just like, I don't know. I didn't believe it. It was nuts.
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't believe it. It's like, I don't believe this guy saying he didn't do it.
Seriously, guys, it wasn't me.
There's a lot of talk going on right now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
everybody's pointing the finger, and I know it's real.
I know what it looks like. Think I don't know what it looks like?
I did this for a reason, guys. I didn't want this attention. I wanted a different type of attention.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I wish it was me. That would be pretty crazy. No, that's pretty sick. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean,
Never suggest that. But I don't think that's what I don't think that's what happened to her.
that sucks if like you hem up just this very, very lonely man.
Oh, yeah, he was. I think he really was.
He's just he's got one thing in life, and it's just creeping people out.
Or just like being a creep himself.
And then when he goes off on his own, he's just like literally the most docile.
He is.
Nothing.
He's
person.
actually interviewed in the thing, and like he even like made a statement on the documentary as like the regular guy. But the first one was him as like the you know, the scary other guy. But yeah, he came on the documentary.
Listen, my name's Jim.
Yeah.
I play a lot of Halo.
Yeah.
I play Halo. I played Dead Space.
And yeah,
I like horror
I'm
sometimes.
on YouTube. I'll do a YouTube thing here and there. Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, I live in this weird hotel, but it's kind of part of the gimmick.
Has anyone seen what Marilyn Manson's up to?
Yeah.
Maybe he's involved in this.
Yeah.
Dude's whack, even for me. I don't even fuck with Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I feel like if you ask anybody who's seen Marilyn Manson, they will tell you a crazy story. I've never seen him.
Seen the show?
I've never seen him live.
No.
But I feel like if you ask somebody who has seen them live, they will 100% of the time tell you a crazy story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like something that would just blow your mind. Like, I can't believe that he would. It's like, yes, would do that. Like, my brother told me one. He saw him.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know. That's fine if I can play the story, right?
What do you mean? Against a guy we don't know?
No, it's Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. But I mean, not.
All right, fine. I'll tell a story. Yeah.
I don't want to offend Marilyn, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to see him at the next Thanksgiving. I'm going to be running into him, and he definitely listens.
All right.
This is a podcast that he will 1,000%. I could say this with 1,000% certainty. It will not reach his ears.
Okay, I'll tell a story.
That would be sweet though if he fucking rebutted. Just owned us hard as fuck.
He like agrees with us. He's like, yeah, that story's true. On like Instagram, he just releases like a story. Yeah, that story.
Just just like the blue check mark, you know.
Yeah.
Did that. I did that.
Anyway, the story was like he was playing the piano, I think. And there was like a stripper on the piano top.
Nice.
My brother told me that he put the microphone like kind of like in her butt cheeks.
Okay.
She was sitting there and was singing out of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a killer show.
Right. I don't know. I think it was at Black, what's that show called? Ozfest.
Oh. Yeah, people.
Ozfest.
Blizzard of Oz? Was it Blizzard of Oz? Well, what was that? Was that an album or was that like a tour?
I don't know what that is. Is that a Marilyn Manson affiliated thing?
Ozfest. No, it was Ozfest. That's like that was the thing.
Yeah.
But either way.
I went to Mayhem Fest. Did we go to Mayhem Fest?
I didn't.
Was that something that you were going to go invite to?
Maybe.
With like, you know.
O'Connor and them?
Yeah.
No. I remember Maniac saying he got
okay. I think that was Mayhem
like
Fest.
Elbowed in the face immediately.
What was the other one we went to? At the soccer stadium. The football stadium for all you European listeners out there. Remember?
I've never even been to that stadium.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We saw Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains. That was
Offspring.
Rock of Ages? Is that what that was called?
Rock
of Ages?
Could be something like that.
I feel like that's something else.
Rock.
It was like an MMR
Fest.
event.
Yeah, it was a good event though. You could
Offspring.
like
Alice
Connor pulled out the guitar.
Say what?
Connor was playing the guitar, and you can go to the tent and actually play instruments there. It was sick. And then we snuck onto the bottom
I
floor.
got there late.
We snuck onto the bottom floor.
I never got to the bottom floor. Damn, you guys were having a good time.
Dude, yeah, it was sick. Yeah, there was like a tent there outside the thing.
I
That
was
was
as far away as you could possibly be.
We met with you later. We saw The Diary of Jane.
Oh, okay. Alice in Chains plays a lot with Breaking
So
Benjamin.
that's getting in the way.
They just played with Breaking Benjamin and Bush.
Bush. Shout out Bush.
Shout out Bush.
They might be listeners.
Yeah, Gavin Rossdale definitely listens. That's a little connection. Gavin Rossdale married to Gwen Stefani, no doubt.
Oh shit, connection. Maybe you guys will get a shout out from that dude. What's his name?
Gavin Rossdale.
Gavin Rossdale. That's a cool name.
He's British grunge.
Cool guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
He wears leather jackets.
I don't think so, but
He would wear a leather jacket. I bet you he has worn
yes,
nice leather jackets, like ones we would not be able to afford even.
yeah, and it looks good.
And it looks good.
Well,
he went through like a phase of leather.
His little Woodstock glycerine.
Glycerine.
Was looking
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
Is he that good looking guy? Is he really that good looking?
Oh yeah,
I don't know what he looks like.
dude, he's a fucking morsel, bro.
A morsel, what's that?
Like a
sculpture?
like a snack, like a morsel of food.
Oh, like a coffee cake?
Dude's
A little bit.
a fucking Drake's.
Edmonds.
Dude's a Drake's coffee cake, bro.
Drake's coffee cake. What's that?
What do you mean?
Drake's coffee cake? Or did you say Jake's?
Drake's coffee cake.
What's Drake's coffee cake?
That's the coffee cake.
Is it a brand?
Didn't you just say coffee cake? Why am I saying it?
I never heard of Drake's
said it.
coffee cake.
That's the one.
Oh, what about Edmonds? Or
I guess they have them. I don't know.
yeah, I would.
It's all about Drake's.
Or like
coffee.
Tasty Cakes. They don't have coffee cake.
I guess everybody does, but I guess I'm getting the Drake's from.
I thought you said
Seinfeld.
Jake's.
Seinfeld was a. They talked about the Drake's coffee cake.
And they're a real shit.
They're real, yeah,
Oh.
of course.
You know what's not real?
It's a bad snack.
Coffee cake?
Falls apart.
Crumb cake? You like crumb cake?
No.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Dude, Edmonds crumb cake though, dude. Shh. Did that shit in like coffee in my grandma's house?
It's like
Oh my
Depression
God.
era
Dude, yeah.
snacks.
Old school.
It's like
Old school.
so old school.
Yeah, dude. Smoking inside, iced tea. That was my grandparents. Both sides, I feel like. Just kind of It's just kind of like, you know, doing the new thing they've been doing.
Right.
You know?
For so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy that there was smoking sections in restaurants not that long ago.
Right.
I remember them.
Pizza Hut. Smoking or not smoking?
It's crazy. It's like there is no smoking or non-smoking. This whole building is smoking.
Right. Dude, just imagine smoking on an airplane. I can't even, like, when I see the amount of smoke,
Yeah.
it, like, you know, whatever. We've done it in indoors. Maybe like one or two indoors. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But just like one or two, and it would just like be a different everything. Like it would just be smoky and just like I don't know if you could smell at that point.
Yeah, can you
imagine
imagine on a plane,
A plane where that's just like
20 people lighting up
no, I couldn't imagine
on
that.
a
For a
place
second.
where there's recycled air?
For a second, I couldn't imagine that.
They couldn't let down the cigs for a flight. I mean, I guess there's long flights, but
I think the pilots would smoke. The pilots would be smoking.
what if that improves their game?
Yeah. I mean, they thought it made you live longer.
Back when there wasn't automated landings and everything, I guess you needed that.
They thought it made you live longer. Yeah, it's good for you. Do it.
Yeah.
Do more.
Yeah, I remember there was that movie, The King's Speech or whatever. I didn't really get through much of it. It's kind of boring, but the guy is stuttering. He's like the king of England or whatever, and he stutters like crazy. And the doctor's prescribing him to smoke like 10 cigarettes a day. It's like, what?
Yeah,
How could
good
that
call.
possibly
Good
help
call.
anybody?
See, that's pretty dumb. That's like what their most intellectual guy is doing in medieval times versus
Yeah.
like the common guy.
And people were smart in the 40s.
Oh, so this was the 40s.
So we go back another 500, another
yeah, and I think we
700
just,
years.
honestly, I think we just
How
get dumber.
smart are those?
I feel like we just get dumber.
No.
I feel like the average person is dumber.
No.
I'm average. I couldn't survive in medieval times.
Yeah, you could.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know how to farm. I don't know how to fight.
If you had the knowledge you have right now.
If I had to grow up in the medieval times, yeah, I would. But if I were just thrown into medieval times, like if I were like walk through a portal,
yeah, you'd find a way to get by.
I would die. I would roll up on some fucking horses and be like, holy shit.
You would have so much.
What do I do?
One thing that's underrated.
Is this a joke?
One thing that's underrated, I think, is the psychological intelligence, or I guess you call it emotional intelligence, like
Emotional intelligence.
sociological.
Like, oh shit, now I'm here. Fuck.
You would be a lord. You wouldn't even have to do anything. You would just know how to talk to people and to dazzle them.
But I can't read Old English. I can read modern English.
Yeah, that would be a big.
Yeah. Like, no, you don't write this way to me. Write this way.
You would be illiterate.
I would be illiterate. I wouldn't even know what they're saying, probably. I'd be like, what? Fuck. Am I in Old English times?
Yeah, I
God
guess you would just
damn it.
sound like a psycho.
Yeah.
You'd just be like, no, trust me.
I'm from the future. All right? Don't try to drown me like I'm a fucking witch. This is an accident. Please. I will do my part. Teach me how to fight. Teach me how to... I'll clean things. Just don't throw me in the river in a fucking cast iron coffin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you would just. That's a good example. That's a good question that we've tossed around before. Is what's one thing? Say you go back into, let's just say 1700s America. So familiar ground, whatever. But you need to just invent one thing to show them that you're a genius. Like, you can't just say you're from the future; they will kill you.
Right.
So you need to prove that you're amazing by inventing something. But like, what would it be? I don't think I could come up with.
I'd be like, all right, let me see what you got.
Like, what would you come up with?
Nothing.
Of all the things in the world.
Nothing.
That we have.
Nothing.
You already know that there's the capability.
I could wire electricity, but I couldn't tell you where the electricity comes from. Ew.
You couldn't. Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't power anything.
Exactly. You couldn't create the basis of electricity.
No.
So, but what would be something that you could do? Anything. I was talking to my one buddy.
What would you do? Well, you could probably do
another
shit.
Jeff.
You're a health guy, though. You're
said,
like a nurse. You can tell him so much shit.
No. He said, it's the same scenario. I can give medications. I can't fucking invent them.
Yeah, but you can, you know about, like, sanitation.
Wash your hands, guys.
If that would be very smart of us today.
Yeah. And that would be something that they look at as saying you're an idiot. If you were
right,
said,
yeah, no,
your
just
hands.
blow on it. You'll be fine.
Everybody has a different blood type.
You
You can give blood to people.
Right.
What do you talk about? You can give blood to people. Yeah, but you can't give every blood to every person. You need to get their type. Okay, how are we going to do that?
They could probably figure it out.
I don't know.
They could probably figure it out. You'd be like, maybe, guys, maybe.
So you're just a concept guy. You're just... I'm more of an idea man.
How do you get it done? How are you going to get it done? You know?
Hey, Benny Franklin, how are we going to type people's blood types? How are we going to get the blood type?
Do you got a microscope? Maybe we could start there. They have microscopes in medieval times, I'm sure.
Well, we're talking just 1700s. That's why I tried to make it a little bit easier.
Fine. Yeah. Dude, this show, The Same Man, is awesome. This regular guy, like 1300s AD. He's like chilling at the bar with his boys. Meanwhile, Death and Dream, they're like these two gods of like whatever. There's Death, the god of death, and there's the god of dreaming. They're like hanging out at the bar with them, and they're over here, and I'm really nasally right now because I'm like stuffed up, but they hear this guy saying like, "Oh, fuck death. I want to live forever." You know, blah 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 blah. And then the dream guy's like, "Maybe I'll take him up on that offer. I bet he'll be begging to be dead in 100 years." So he grants him, and he makes a deal with the guy. Every 100 years, we'll meet here. And like, it's so funny because you would think the next 100 years he would be like, "Kill me now," but the guy was like, no, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm having a great time. And then like the next 100 years later, he's like poor and broke, and he's like lost everything. And he's like, so now you want to die now, don't you? And he's like, I never said that. No, I'll be. And then he bounces back. He bounces back, and he gets rich, and he like, and then he's like goes to modern day. He loves it.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's a forever. You just continuously strive.
But you go through
deal with the ups and downs.
You go through some shit though, like because he was drowned. Like they tried to drown him, and it said it took him like 40 years to get out. I don't know how.
Damn.
Like I don't know how you could.
And then you want to keep going. Well,
you're right.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know if it was literally 40 years, but I'm pretty sure he said he was drowned, and then 40 years came up after that. I can't imagine.
It's like, yeah, that was a rough 40 years.
Yeah.
Drowning.
But then I bounced back.
Drowning was not so tight, but after that, I was making horseshoes.
Yeah.
And then I
started making money
my
again.
Business and, became a congressman.
Right. Dude, yeah. He becomes like this really wealthy guy, and like it's like in the 1800s he's making they don't meet because like in the 1700s the guy was like, I think you're just lonely. He told the dream guy, he's like, I think you're lonely. Like, why do you do this? He wouldn't tell him what's going on either. Dream wouldn't tell him what's going on. He has no idea what's going on, kind of.
Yeah.
And Dream wouldn't tell him. And he's like, why do you do this? Like, I think you're alone. And he's like, oh, yeah? How dare you? Mm-hmm. Let me see how alone you are, whatever, in 100 years when I'm not here. Right? And he doesn't show up, but there's a reason why he doesn't show up. But then in the 2000s hit, or maybe it was the 90s at this point. I think it was, whatever. I think that happened in the 1800s, and then they missed the 90s, 1900s. And then the 2000s now, the bar closed down, but he built another bar next to it. This is a terrible way of describing it. I lost my train of thought like
I don't know where the bar
4
came
times.
out of. The bar knowledge
right
was not established.
Yeah, it wasn't established. I kind of just like was trying my best there, and it didn't go as well.
Yeah, and then all the zebras died, so he was fucked.
he was fucked. Oh, man.
All right,
I won't do that again.
All right, we should wrap up anyway, right?
Yes, we should.
I got
bonus content. Jake's got a route. Played golf. We shot in the high 50s.
The golf conversation lasted like 12 minutes, and then
right when we got to the putt and pitch and stuff. Thanks for listening if you're on YouTube, and have a good night.